Hi there, my name is NetherYam, and today we're playing Factorio. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. When we last left off, we were going to go ahead and make ourselves a iron stick factory so that we can get those moving. Oh, I'm our map. Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. So we get those moving over here to start making rails, so that we can maybe more easily build out and finish out some of these little areas that are still ghosts, and more easily build new areas like my mall, where rails will also go. Okay, or well, that's probably the only place rails will go for the moment. But anyway, we got pretty much everything built here for the iron stick factory, except for the actual, stuff. Oh, right. Totally forgot I had not actually taken care of that. Oh well, it's fine. The track is complete. I just took down the trees I needed to take down in order to get that to work. So, so I think this is all we need. I think this is basically ready to go. So I think all I should be able to have to do is just do the usual. So we're gonna pick up iron plates. We're gonna wait for full cargo. Or 60 seconds, the usual stuff. And then what's the inconvenient? So I think what I'm going to do is actually maybe put one of those coal pit stops here, just because it at the moment to pick up iron plates and bring them over to here, it's gonna have to either go around this twice, which isn't the end of the world, but that's a thing, or it's gonna have to go here, then come down here, and then turn around down here to go over here. Neither of those are super convenient. Oh, this isn't particularly convenient either. So I actually don't really have a convenient place for this. Aside from this one, I guess it's just going to be this one. Coal refuel? It's not. This is not one of the coal pit stops. Oh no, it is one of the coal pit stops technically. Coal refuel. Okay, well then maybe it doesn't matter. Right? Or are these actually different? Are these actually different? I don't think they are. Why do I feel like there's only 2 of these? No, there aren't. Okay. For some reason, I feel like I remember there being a 2. There's 2 coal pit stops. There's 3 coal refuels. Okay, sweet. So I won't worry. He'll figure out the most efficient one, I suppose. And we'll just see what that is. So we'll give him 10 seconds on that. I wonder, we'll see what happens where, I don't know, I put that there just because I thought that might be the best point in the schedule, but we'll see. And then I don't have a name for this yet. So let me grab this, and we're going to call this Iron Stick Drop-Off. And we'll give it a little iron stick. Hello? Where iron sticks live? Here we go. Cool. Iron stick drop off. So that will be the next stop, which we will wait until empty cargo or 60 seconds. Cool. All right. There we go. That is basically ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and hit automatic. I am in the train? I'm not in the train. Let me get in the train, and then we'll hit automatic. And I just want to see this guy do his thing, particularly when it comes to where he's gonna go for coal, because I'm curious. For me, I would imagine that this is actually going to be the easiest one, right? Because these turnarounds are not super far apart, right? This would be a pretty easy turnaround there. But my guess is he's actually gonna go to this one, just because I feel like he's gonna. But I don't know, maybe not. I'm just gonna give it a little bit here. I just want to see this happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit coal refuel. Yes. I was right. Interesting, because I personally feel like that's the less efficient version, right? But I don't know. He knows what's best, I suppose. Because now he's got to come all the way down here to turn around. But maybe it doesn't take that into consideration. Not that I can really do too much about it, besides change the name of everything. But yeah, interesting. I guess I would even think that from here, this is the closest, but maybe not. Maybe not. All right. So I'm done with that guy. Now I'll just let him do his business as normal, and we'll see how this goes. I don't expect there to be anything weird about it. So now the question is, what is the train that ends up here? Four. Do you actually? Are you already? Oh, you are. Where are you going? How did he decide to do that? Where was he? Why didn't he go to this one? I didn't see how where he was to make this decision. That seems a little aggressive, but whatever. I'm gonna have him go here real quick. I'm gonna actually borrow this guy. Take a quick little detour. All right, we got iron sticks. Oh, I suppose I could actually get him into the rotation, eh? So steel plates, coal refuel. Okay, so steel plates to coal refuel. That makes more sense. And then to Saint Furnace / rails, and then stone mine, and then rinse repeat. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think we're gonna put it. I'm gonna go ahead and put. Oh, I didn't actually name it. Hold on. Sorry. This is gonna be iron sticks. If I could spell sticks. Nope. Pick up. Little iron stick icon. We're good to go. Okay. I'm gonna add iron stick pickup to this. We're gonna do the usual, right? Yes. 60 seconds. Full cargo. Flip those. I like that to be first for no particular reason. And then we'll say inactivity as well, just in case. All right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put this here for now, but that's actually not where I'm gonna have it, I don't think. I just want him to go right, because he's technically already done all of his stuff already. I just want him to go straight to the Saint Furnace. Drop off. But that's it. That should be done. I forgot that I had actually designated, it's already all filtered and everything. I forgot I had designated this to bring iron sticks when when necessary. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll make a new train or something. But no, I totally was already on top of it. How do you have this many sticks? I was genuinely not expecting to wait this long. There we go. That is still a surprisingly long amount of time. 5 seconds when you're standing there waiting. All right, so now it's gonna go to Saint Furnace, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put this up at the top, so that it'll go up this way, pick up iron sticks, then go to steel, then go to coal, then come down here, which I think makes the most sense. All right, so now we've got sticks, but nothing to do with them. They're not going anywhere yet, so we're gonna have to build this out. Let's do that. Ooh, I'm gonna need a handful more long inserters. Cool. And then I'm going to want these pretty soon as well. Well, one of these anyway. I don't really know if I need... Well, I don't know. Do I care? Do I need to send these all the way to a mall? I guess so. I don't really want to have to go station to station for anything. So I think it makes sense to get everything from the mall. I don't know. Do I have any? I do. Lovely. Maybe I'll just use these. Surely. Nailed it. All right. Oh, these are fully wrong. Is there? This is easier, honestly. Cool. So there's that. I think that's pretty much done, except for a couple of guys here. Is there an easier way to put, like, is there like a shortcut? There should be a keyboard shortcut that just puts things like belts and stuff. Like, some machines and things don't matter, but like inserters, belts, things that have like a very particular orientation. Is there a way to just, like, you know, grab these and just say, put them down in whatever configuration I have designed them in? Is that a thing? Doesn't seem like it. Which maybe would take away the point, or some of the point of drones, but I don't know. Just seems like it would be nice. To, like, I've already done the work. I've already done all the work of, like, designing the orientation and stuff. Like, it'd be nice if I could just be like, brrr. All right, anyway, let's set these to rails. Hello? Oh, in trying to do that just now, I pressed Alt. I thought maybe Alt clicking would do it, but nope. All right, and now we're just gonna put one of these together. I think, I mean, doesn't make any sense to put steel furnaces on this side. So this train, or this car, is gonna be rails in our eventual future train to the mall situation, which I am tempted to do the train to the mall a little bit differently. Actually, you know what? It can be nah, I don't know. I gotta be careful. So I don't know. I just gotta figure out what, like, okay, so basically if I have one, if I just have a single 1-1 train that just goes and picks up everything from the malls, which I don't even know if I can do, because, well, I mean, let's just take steel furnaces as the example that's here right in front of us. I would need at least a 2-car train to be able to do that. So maybe it won't be just a single 1-1. But there's going to be stuff I don't want to pick up, I think. Is there? Maybe there's not. Maybe there isn't going to be anything I don't want. I'd rather not have, for that purpose, I don't know if I want bespoke trains, right? I don't know if I want a train that just goes and picks up rails and steel furnaces, and just a train that goes and picks up belts and inserters, or just a train that, you know what I mean? Ooh, I just realized that now I can't do this anymore. But that's okay, because that was just because I wanted to kickstart my steel furnace factory. But now we're good. We have plenty of steel furnaces. Some would say maybe too many steel furnaces for the moment anyway. Not for long, but all right. And then let's just sort of go ahead and do do this, and we're good to go. All right, sweet. So we've got some rails. We've got hopefully more rails on the way once steel clears here. And then, yeah. So there we go. Iron sticks, done. We're crafting them. We've got a train that already picks them up. This is offensive to the eyeballs. Is there any way I can deal with this a little bit better? He says as something comes along and makes it worse. Like, that's so stinky that these guys just didn't need to go. All right. So look, we made use of a cutback coming back from the outer to the inner track. Clearly that guy thought it would be better. First thought it would be better to be on the outer track and then change his mind. So, an interesting development. How do you make these? Okay. I have this little setup down here, and I was thinking maybe just chest iron sticks, but no, that would be pretty wild if all you needed to make power poles was iron sticks. All right. What do I want to do? I kind of feel like I want to start pretty soon. I love having a billion trains driving all over the place. I kind of feel like at some point in the near future, though, I want to move into a more like request based or some sort of like situational based. I also kind of feel like maybe I should have like intermediary stations in some way. I talked about this a little bit, but this is kind of a side project to that, because I was originally thinking maybe have some sort of like little switch train that would allow me to move the items from one car to the next car, or from one car to a different car. That way, I don't always have to make sure that the output stations are laid out the right way for the input stations. I feel like I've gotten pretty lucky being able to figure out a way to do it, and I guess it only really starts to become a problem where I have two outputs. So like something like steel, right? I got lucky that I sort of, just because of the lack of space that I gave this, I got kind of lucky that it ended up sort of being the fourth car accidentally. And that actually ended up being really helpful. But for steel, I could theoretically just create 4 whole outputs, and then whatever car I wanted in, I can just be like, oh, I want steel in the first car, and I just make that train filter so it can't pick up steel in the third or fourth car. But obviously that requires more resources in order to fill up all 4 sets of these boxes, and among other things. But so I don't know. So the alternative could be something, and that's kind of what I have going on right here, right? But the alternative could be where I just have it on like the first and second car, kind of like this, and then I just send like, okay, well, I need inserters, so I'll go and have a train come in. That's maybe this. That's maybe not dissimilar to that train, and then it goes and drops off those belts and inserters somewhere else at this sort of like intermediary station. That sorts it all into some chest and would allow me to redirect it in some way. So what I'm sort of thinking is maybe having a station that has 4, because currently my trains are, I think, max 4 wagons, right? I don't think I'm going to make bigger trains yet. But maybe have a station that has just 4 outputs that are empty, and then just a supply network that when I need it, it just requests certain things from the network, dumps them all into there. A train comes and gets them. A train that's sort of unfiltered. And I can send it into any one of the cars that I want, maybe. So say if... So I've got a big... It'd be sort of like a mall for trains, right? So I'd have a big repository of supplies that are constantly being provided, right? Trains are going and picking up stuff as they get made and taking them to this little train mall. And then, like, I feel like there would just be this huge lag time for this. But this is kind of just my brain trying to think, like, if this could be anything. And then, so then I'd have all this stuff in chests, and then there would just be these 4 outputs, you know, like this. Or rather, like this, outputs, not inputs, but 4 outputs. But they would be empty all the time until I say, hey, a train is going to, say, this rail factory. So send a quote unquote a stack, whatever that is, whatever I decide is like the number, you know, send an order of iron sticks, stone bricks, stone, and steel beams to the 4 chests or 4 sets of chests respectively. And then the train comes along, picks up all those things. It would specifically wait until it wouldn't have the like or 60 seconds thing. It would just be wait until there's nothing left. And then move on. Or then it would take it here. But it wouldn't do that until it got like a request, right? We would have a request from this station somehow when this... when something, maybe it's not these chests, because maybe these go to the mall. So maybe it's when the mall has under a certain amount of stock, then it needs to make more. And then, so then it goes and sort of requests the whole setup that sends a train here to make more, right? Yeah, I don't know. But again, I feel like that would be insane, and probably just have that the time that it takes, like let's say that thing is here, the time it takes to get the request, and then all of the stuff is over here. He would have to then drop it onto belts and then ship it over here. Then the train would have to come and have to load it all up, and then it would leave, and then presumably it would get another order. And then what happens if it gets several orders at once? Could they get confused? So I don't know. That might be really terrible. But I don't know. It's just a thought. Just sort of pondering what I might do with these things. But maybe not. Maybe just, trains on trains on trains. But I don't, the mall thing is probably is the stupid idea, right? That's the bad part of that potential idea. I think eventually what I do want, if I don't end up going with that, because it's probably a bad idea, what I think I do want is, just take out that middleman, right? So like, there would be some sort of logic keeping a train from coming here and dropping off more stuff until X, Y, or Z. But then when that condition is no longer true, or like when I'm ready for more rail or more steel furnaces or whatever, then that kicks a train off to go pick the stuff up from where they already are, right? It would kick a train off to do the route that this train is doing, right? To do this. So the mall thing is probably dumb, but the keeping trains from just running endlessly and unnecessarily, and maybe specifically, that's sort of the big goal. Do I need as many trains as I have if I could get the trains to go to these places, at like as needed, right? So maybe I could have 10 trains or 10 trains as opposed to a train for each one of these things, you know? I do love all the trains rolling around, but if I could just have a little fleet of 4-car trains, they go everywhere and they do everything essentially, and somehow make that a little bit more modular and a little bit more, you know, not so bespoke or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, we have lots of rails. So, presumably, I actually haven't looked, but I assume it's lots of rails. And now I think it's maybe time to start thinking about a little mall. Yeah, lots and lots of rails. Cool. All right, what else would I need? Really desperately, if I mean, it is so cool. It's so cool to see all these trains just bouncing all over the place. Hey, look at this guy's doing his thing. I wonder how the little timer system is working. I mean, I think it works. So I guess the real trick is, are these boxes full? And they are. So that's essentially a success. Because that means the train is getting to these boxes. Because if this wasn't working, presumably it would only ever go here. And these would be full, but these would be empty, and it wouldn't be working. The fact that these are full, I think, means it works. All right, anyway. So, like, things like power poles and lights and that kind of stuff. Do I feel like I need to auto-craft those things before I start building this? And I think the answer is essentially no. I guess we'll start planning it out. I'd like to have it somewhat modular, so I can add cells to it as needed. So let's maybe think about that and how I want to come up with something there. So, like, let's say we're gonna have a little, you know me and my little stone block or stone brick walkways, square things. So if I were to say have, like, I think what I want is essentially like a chest at the end, right? Let's make that. Is that correct? Yeah, that felt correct for a second. 1, 2.5. 1, 2, 3. No, never mind. Whoops. That was right. That doesn't feel right, but I guess it is. All right. Anyway, I kind of want it to be in the middle, and then this is where all the stuff is, right? This is where I come and click and grab whatever I need. It might be filtered down, so it's just, I can just control click it and take like the quote unquote appropriate amount of whatever it is. And then what I would have is maybe something just like this, where it's kind of, obviously that won't work, but like maybe something like that. I don't know if I need like a gajillion, but like, you know, enough, some sort of a reasonable amount. But then I might actually make the whole thing a bit smaller and do something like this instead. It won't be even, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I feel like this might just be a little bit more manageable for my brain to make it like this, and that way I can just put my little thing here, or rather here, and then I don't think I need fast inserters for this, but just because this is something that isn't really going to be like I need it quickly or anything like that. But we'll see, maybe. And then we'll make enough space for these guys. Cool. So I'm thinking something kind of like that, and then I'm not totally sure what I was thinking here. Maybe this isn't even big enough even for that. But let's see. Maybe something just like this. Actually, maybe 2 chests. I don't know why I would need 2 chests. Just to sort of make it a little bit more even. And to make it a little easier to do this. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold yet. But maybe we'll test drive one, But the idea would be that these could can't remember what buttons do it. These could be modular, So we'll save a little temporary blueprint or sort of test blueprint, and these could either live, like this, and we'll just put all of our stuff, and then there would be like, probably a little bit, give a little bit of space or something like that, like this. So something like that, maybe. I don't know. And then we would probably fill this in, and this would be like my mall. And then I could come and grab stuff, just sort of control click, whatever. Maybe. I don't know. I'm still still thinking about it in my mind, so I'll give it a ponder. But I think that's going to have to do it for this episode. When I come back with more Factorio, we may do a little dry run of one of these and see if it ends up being something I like, I want to keep. And then we'll have to somehow come up with a system for how we actually want to get the items in here. If with only one import, right? With only one thing, what happens? There's probably going to have to be some logic involved, right? We can't just be dumping everything into this all the time forever. It'll just get clogged. But, yeah. I actually already I already think this is not the way I want to do it. But anyway, that will be part of the next couple of episodes, figuring out what it is I actually do want to do. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you again. I hope you have an incredible day. Okay, bye.
Thank you again for watching the video. If you'd like to see more from me, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when my videos go live. I'd also very much love to hear from you down in the comments below.